What's up guys and girls, welcome back by a new video on my channel. Today I'm gonna update you on the Logan Paul Dillon Danis situation. So Dillon Danis hasn't learned anything. My man is still posting pictures of Logan's fiancé with different dudes. Here's an example, and he's still putting edited pics of her as well. But the main thing I want to react to today is Logan Paul reacting to Dillon Danis on his podcast iMPAULSIVE. If you didn't know, Logan Paul is like a massive podcast, and we're gonna just dissect what he's saying. So let's get started.
Speaking of unhappiness, Dillon Danis, let's cover some of the stuff that's been going on there.
I want to tackle
I don't
it.
think he's a good Twitter troll because
Bro,
he's never. You have a very large weak spot that he's exploiting. But when he tweets about anything other than Nita, it doesn't. No one cares.
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't get good engagement.
didn't he?
Jake does have a point here. When you start like trash talking someone's wife or someone's mother or close family members, things tend to get much more personal than just insulting the person you are going to fight. Maybe Dillon Danis is crossing a line, but to be fair here, Logan Paul did say some stuff about his father and his girlfriend. There's even this moment in the face-off where Logan tries to go after Dillon Danis, his father, and his father just passed away, which is a much scummier thing to do, honestly, than going after someone's girlfriend because the girlfriend has a spicy past.
And there's so many hurt males out there who can't get girls, and they're the ones who are like, yeah, like fuck girls, fuck women. I'm gonna do. I love what Dillon's doing here, and they know that they won't ever get a hot girl. And our society and culture and young men are hurting and are so hurt, and they're addicted to porn, and they have no way to interact with girls, and they text them and they're getting rejected, and then boom, boom, it's this never-ending cycle.
I do feel like Jake Paul has grown a lot as a person, honestly. Everything he just said is true. A lot of young men are addicted to like the spicy content and watch it every single day, and they don't interact with any girls, and they're in this negative, lonely environment, and that's a big problem, honestly. I don't disagree with him, and our society is really promoting that as well. So yeah, he has a point.
And almost all the promoting for this fight has 0% back end, and he's gonna have to pay all the money he makes in this fight
He's a puppet.
back to my fiancé.
Well, he did get some clout.
He seems to be so proud about the fact that his fiancé is suing Dillon Danis. To be fair, the person that looks the most hurt about the entire situation is Logan Paul. No dude wants to see his fiancé being exposed like that, so I would not be surprised if he kind of tried to push her to do that, to sue Dillon Danis. But maybe that's just a theory, but I would honestly not be surprised looking at Logan.
to my fiancé.
Well, he did get some clout out of it. At least. I'll present the other side of it. Just
Logan does have a point. Dillon Danis did get a lot more famous because of the entire situation, but Logan should be the last one that is crying about clout chasing. My man legit recorded a person that was unalive.
Nah. The theory was when I was putting out those clips, after the face-to-face, I sat down with the guy and I was so curious to see what he was going to be like in real life. He's really just a puddle, Jake. I'm not even just saying this to be a tough guy. He melted. He stumbles over his words. He can barely get out a sentence. He can.
Your boy has watched the face-off many times, and let me tell you, every single time I feel like Dillon Danis definitely was the one that was winning the fight, the mental fights. Logan Paul seemed to be really hurt in the face-off, and that he was stuttering. That just happened like a couple minutes. And Logan Paul obviously edited in a certain way that it seems like he was stuttering every single second, which is obviously not true.
Up, and I have a prediction. Because everyone's like, is he going to pull out of the fight? What's going to happen? Everyone's crossing their fingers he shows up. The face-to-face is doing numbers like this. In thinking of the ways that Dillon could like make excuses and lie and back out of this fight, I thought of one that actually could be a good thing for him. And I'm going to say this right now. What's the date?
13th.
September 13th. I predict that he's going to somehow intentionally give himself COVID to back out from the fight. Instead of like faking an injury or like actually getting injured, I think he's gonna find someone with COVID and like lick their feet or something and use it to get a positive COVID test to back out of the fight.
So Logan Paul's predicting that Dillon Danis is going to be tested positive for COVID, so he doesn't need to fight Logan Paul. I don't think Dillon Danis is scared of Logan Paul, but the fact is still that Dillon Danis did back out of a lot of fights. If he's really gonna back out of this fight, then he is gonna be the biggest meme, the biggest joke for a long time. Or he needs to have like a really valid reason. But if he doesn't, he is going to get harassed himself, because if you talk that way you do on Twitter and everything, and then you're not gonna fight the dude, I mean, that's the biggest like joke there could be. I mean, if Logan Paul's doing the same, he is gonna be called a lot of names as well. So the best thing he actually can do, even if he loses, that would be better than back off. Even if he gets knocked out, that would be honestly better than not showing up to the fight, because a lot of people think he's not gonna show up to the fight in the first place because of his history, and he backed out of a lot of fights. But yeah, that was basically what I wanted to cover for today's video. I hope you're enjoying the daily updates. So the podcast continues, but it is just Mike trying to defend Logan, and I didn't think it was important, so I didn't cover it. But if you want to see more daily uploads, then just say it in the comment section. Maybe I make like a daily thing, see what's happening in the situation. But if you enjoy, subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one.